What's going on, everybody? Viscount Gregor, Hawke here, and welcome to my 100 shots a day for 100 days Pell challenge. This is my day 25. And today I will be doing more of the snap because it is what it is. We're still trying to push that up to 10,000 blows. I'm also going to be practicing all my other shots as well today. Just to kind of, I'm trying to learn this new technique, so it's not this. It's not this stuff. I want to really start practicing this lean forward, lean back. All my shots come from here, basically. I can throw anything from here. So I'm going to practice that as well. But first we're going to do the snap, because that is my biggest priority right now, is to learn the new snap with lean forward, lean back. And it really is, everybody. I mean, it's feeling really good at this point. I still have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 7,000 more to go to try to keep polishing it. Then at that point, once I reach around 10,000, I will likely keep practicing it on the daily, just not as focused. Like I'll be putting a whole boatload of focus, like I am into the snap, into something different, and getting that up to 10,000 blows. And once I get that feeling super duper good, I'll move on to the next. But every day I'll just kind of hone those tools a little tiny bit on the daily, keep them nice and sharp, so when I need them, they're there, kind of like the Bruce Lee. Practice your stuff, whole bunch of katas. Practice all your things, so when you need it, it's there for you. So that's what we're doing. We're really trying to get the feels of it, just perfect feels, or as perfect as I can get, because honestly, it'll be a never-ending quest to just hone it even better and better. And I simply cannot stress enough how much this really helps. Like, think about somebody who's really only a helmet time fighter. And in some situations, they're only going to be able to fight once or twice a week. But then you have the Reaper Challenge, and all of these people are putting in daily effort plus practices. And I can tell you from experience, because I've completed, we used to call it the 365 challenge. So basically the same, except for it's not for 100 days, it's 100 shots per a year. And just our fighting, it eclipsed people. I mean, you could tell the people that were training opposed to the people that were training on the daily. Like, dude, it was such a massive difference, massive. And then those people are caught in that position where you start to overtake them. And they've been doing it for years, but you literally gained years of experience by doing this on the daily, as opposed to somebody who does it on once a week or twice a week. And they're all trying to learn how to throw all their stuff and learn technique, all the while trying not to get clubbed into submission. So I've always kind of loved this technique of training, because you really teach yourself. You know, I couldn't imagine being a baby back in the day and having to learn how to walk while all this stuff was trying to kill me and get me. Like, it would be impossible. You know, people would probably learn how to walk later in life if they even got the opportunity to learn how to walk at all. So doing Pell training on the daily, even when it was way back in the day, as I was an up-and-coming fighter, and even before then, I lost my train of thought. just for a second, trying to focus on it, just went right out the head. The main thing though is it's the confidence you gain from knowing exactly what you can and can't do. Practicing all of that while not having to worry about getting freaking murdered. It's huge, everybody, it really is. Like, case in point, the last practice I went to, I was paling every day. And a lot of these times it's well over 100 blows, like well over daily. And it made a huge difference. And that was just my third practice in, really. Huge difference. All of my 2 shots came in exceptionally fast. Especially my second shot. There was no delay. Just the first one hit you, second one hit you. Like, first one would hit your D, second one would just totally come in and just destroy you. Really quick. I loved it. I love that feeling of knowing and not really having to think, like, how do I throw it? You know, it just walk right out there and you do it. And you do it exactly how you trained on the Pell. I mean, it's really cool. It's a huge confidence builder to newer fighters, because I know for me, it was a huge confidence builder. To be able to do this and learn not by the sword, because by the sword, guys, hurts a lot in the beginning sometimes. Like when I started fighting at around 17 or so, 17 and a half, almost 18, like everyone was this tall and they all weighed like 300-400 pounds. One of them even, Nicholas, became king down in NT or Aidenville, I'm not sure. And he was, he tried out a lot for the NFL as a linebacker. So the dude, all these dudes hit. And back in the day, every single one of these dudes taught by the sword. So very painful, extremely very, and it wasn't for everybody. A lot of people just couldn't take it. Just wasn't for them. But once I started learning about this, hailing, and then I just got my good buddy Vince, and we trained every day. We did our first 365 of Pell training, drills, fighting, king of the world after every day. I mean, just our fighting went through the roof, everybody, like ridiculously through the roof. Like, I know we gained years on our honorable opponents, and it was only because we were doing the things and they were only doing the things, maybe no real training, just kind of show up to practice and fight to win. While we're there showing up to practice, practicing what we trained off the field. And that was our only goal. Winning and losing didn't matter. It wasn't about that. It was simply trying to practice what we basically had been training. That's all it was. We saved winning and losing for the tournament field. The practices was our golden opportunity to practice the things that, like I'm doing now. And back in the day, I would have been trying super hard to land that snap all practice long. In both feet positions, you know, plus my off body that I have. I trained that so much back in the day. Started getting really good. But yeah, just the extreme amount of confidence that comes from doing this and doing a challenge like this, it's huge. It's huge for anybody at any skill level. It really is. Somebody at a very high caliber can really polish what already works for them and gain more kills easily, more stamina easily. You know, it's just, what do you want to do in your future? Do you want to sit back and be the person that watches out the side window? You know? Or do you want to be the driver? Okay, so I really now that I've done the snap a bunch, And this will probably be a longer video, everybody. And you know what? What's interesting? My arm's a little bit sore, but it's not dead yet. And generally it would be dead. So I've been kind of trying to work it for a week. So I think it's sort of kind of getting with the program. But yeah, what I want to do now is I'm just going to kind of throw random shots. It's not going to be the 6-part drill. I mean, I guess it could be, but I mostly just want to really focus on hitting my basket to here and being able to fire all these other shots, because my other style that I've now dropped was center boss, and so I had high guard a lot. So those shot mechanics, those hit mechanics, everything's changed, and I don't want to fly by the seat of my pants. I've already kind of got this motion down pretty good, and that's the beginning of every shot, so that's good. I just really need to focus on this heel up, heel down. Because for me, guys, this is new. Before it was hip rotation, hip rotation, hip rotation, hip rotation. And as I started to hip rotate, I'd bring my shield in and I'd have to think about that as the third layer and all that kind of shit. Now I'm not going to have to worry about that, because shield's going to be on point every time. There's no more twisting. So, with the exception of one shot. Which will be my super quick one like that, because that one works better with just solid plant to the ground. The second shot comes in very quickly, like it's extremely quick. This lands almost instantly. And I kind of need the hips twist for that, whole heel up, heel down thing. What's going to happen is I'll heel up, this is going to be amazing. Heel down, I'm moving rapidly backwards as my hip comes down, if you see that. So this is going to encourage tippiness, not as much power coming in. So that one's just going to have to be hip rotation. It is what it is. So let's just get down to it. I'm just going to throw random shots, mostly focusing on don't bring the queen out too soon, heel up, heel down. That felt weird to me. I'm going to do that a little bit more. Wait, no. Sword comes out to about here. Queen doesn't come out too soon on this side. And I'm kind of trying to do this nice and slow. That was bad. Super horrible. If this, all right, so another thing now, I have to, for my offsides, I have to start playing with my range again, because if I do this and come across, and I'm even this far back, which is literally an inch or two, this isn't going to do anything. So just that little bit. Yeah, so that's way better. It's right in the center of my lines where I want everything to land. That was horrible. You know, and everybody, it feels so odd for me to throw an opening leg. Like, holy crap. I almost never do that. It's always something first, then leg, but you need to start practicing leg setups, because if I fire here, the ultimate weakness is there. There's a kill on the second backhand. Oh, ooh, I'm trying to rotate. Almost feel like I have to stop my foot, not so much on these, but on that one to really get it to kind of stick. It's just I gotta be really aware, man, when I'm here stopping that foot pulls me back way far. So, and I'm wanting the sword to land when my foot lands, so that's where I'm gonna get my power. I just have to really learn now a new angle. Now that I trained hip rotation a bunch, all these stickies are ridiculous. They don't work. I'm gonna have to change them. Maybe stick it, just forward motion. Okay, so forward motion. It's almost, I'm still kind of drawing an arc with my basket. So I'm kind of collecting the energy. Maybe not landing it when I stop my foot. Maybe using the energy, forward moment. Using the heel down as a return, because it'll return quicker that way. It's really hard for me not to try to put my, I'm just going to do it with where it lands, I think. Stomp the foot, land when the foot touches, the back of the heel touches the ground, I think. See, this is all rotating. I'm not leaning. It's so hard to break old habits back. Like it really is. And it feels real awkward for me to throw a backhand like that. It just... Alright, maybe it's starting to feel better. It's just, it felt weird. Maybe I think I was probably blending a twist and a heel up, heel down. I can already tell with this new, having to think more, start position being in a different starting position, I need to go through every shot, dude. Like, keep practicing the snap, keep doing that. That's what kills more people in the world anyway. But I really need to get good at throwing every single shot from the same starting position. So that has to be my focus, because I can feel it. This side doesn't feel weird. It's the other side where I max my little bit of a hip rotation I have, and it just kind of comes in. It just feels different. It's different than everything I've ever done before. So this is weird. It really is. But I know, just like before, this felt weird. It felt super weird, and now it doesn't. Shield arm's starting to get tired though, a little bit. Yeah, I got a huge project. I got about 6 or 7 hours of tooling left to get that done today. And then after that, I gotta dye it and assemble it. But I just feel like I want to fail. Some days you feel like you want to, some days you don't, but today's one of those days. It's because I know, like, snap feels great with heel up, heel down. not so much offside, feels weird. It's because I'm pulling back, like I've gained ground even though it's with a lean. And now as my second shot comes back, I'm literally like, I don't want to get in the habit of, just because people will say it's not good enough. That would be my one. That would feel weird. So maybe heel up, keep the heel up for the off body, because it feels weird to, and sorry guys, I'm mumbling and figuring things out, that's what I do. It feels weird to lose ground while I'm throwing the off body. To me, it just feels weird. But at the same time, I don't want it to be all arms. Because before it was hip rotation, even though the heel's coming up, I'm twisting too. It gives me a lot of power. I don't know, I'll have to think about it and mull it over in my little dome. And I want to try one soon too, that my buddy Nikolai throws. Supposedly he has a wrap that he turns into a snap. It's really quick. Kind of wrap and snap it. I want to try that too, because I've done something similar back in the day. Wrap, and as a pass, I'm leaving out throwing the second actually intended target, which is the leg again. But yeah, this feels really good. I cannot wait until all of this just, these offsides especially. And that one feels so weird, doing heel return, because I can feel like it should be hitting here, but then it hits here. It's weird. To me, I don't like it. It's just, like it's almost better to do house, or do house. Catch, strike, catch, strike. And I use that one a lot. I would use that as one of these to get the snap real fast. I would always do this as the setup, and then just bring it right around, and then all of a sudden it comes up and above the shield, and then they see it as it's sweeping across. I think Duke Irwin does something very similar with his really short Florentine sticks. He starts the shot very low down here where you don't see it, but then his short stick is about here, so you don't see the tip, and then it just kind of comes across the top of your shield. It's really nice. It's just no hip mechanic, it's weird. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end it today. Not sure how I feel, because I was kind of doing a lot of the feels, like how does it feel, because a lot of this feels weird. Heel up, heel down, especially on this side. The lower I get, the weirder it feels. So, gonna have to train that, and then it'll become natural. But thank you for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next episode.